Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Take 10 Tuesdays. Now this is also going to be off the board. So I pulled a quote from my quotes. It says, "Trust the magic of new beginnings." So that is the quote I'm going to use. This is the photo I sent to my husband when I got my senior assistant manager Hobby Lobby tag. Now this isn't the one with my name on it. That one had to be special ordered, but this is just the, hey, here you are. So this is going to be a layout about my new job. Now, for Take 10 Tuesday, I've decided to use 10 watercolors. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is the plan. Now I am also going to be using the July stencil of the month. I did this technique a couple days ago where I used lots of watercolor and it splashed out and blended. I'm going to try not to splash out and blend it and kind of keep my watercolors a little bit thicker. So we'll see how it turns out. Let's see what I can do. Okay guys, so I went ahead and just put some of my liquid watercolors in a watercolor pan, and I sprayed a little bit of water on my panned watercolors. I think that's what they are. I don't think I've sprayed the water on it yet. I'm just going to use a brush and not have super wet watercolor. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it contained as much as possible into the square, so not like an explosion of the last time I used this stencil. Now I also want to use this stencil. I think this would be really cool as a Christmas background with like the One Direction, the vertical rectangles in red, and the like using red, green, and gold. Oh my word, I think that would be beautiful. So that's going to be probably my next project, and I keep painting through this stencil. I'm going to have to eventually do some other things, but yeah, I am really enjoying this stencil. So I am just randomly taking the colors. I don't have a rhyme or reason. I don't have a plan as to which colors go where. It's all very random. Now I do have to pull out a sheet of paper and write down which colors I've used because I decided to use a different color than I had originally planned. So I knew my colors were going to be off. So I needed to use 10 different watercolors because it is Take 10 Tuesday. So I had to reevaluate my life and figure out which ones I had already used. Now I'm not going to make you guys watch every single bit of me painting in, but I just wanted you to kind of get an idea of what I was doing. Plus, I was on the phone with Christopher while I was painting in this stencil, so I'm not really paying attention to where my layout is, where the colors are, like what you can see. Now, some of my watercolors are surprisingly similar. Especially the reddish colors, the reddy pinky colors. I don't know what they really are, like their fancy names. Reddy pinky, like that's what it is. They are surprisingly similar, but I promise you guys I did use 10 different watercolors on this layout. I counted them 3 times to make sure I had actually done so. Now, this is the beautiful thing about having multiple varieties of watercolors. So I've got Tailored Expressions, I've got Brutus Monroe, I've got the Kuretake right there. I also have other watercolors. I've got that metallic watercolor set. I used to have a Crayola watercolor set that had sparkles in it, but it's gone. And I don't remember what happened to it. Like, I don't remember if I used it or I broke it. I really can't remember what happened to it. But
the beautiful thing is to go ahead and mix it, like mix and match your products. You don't have to have a full set. So if I only used one brand of watercolors, I don't have a full set of colors. I don't have full set syndrome with everything I buy. I buy the colors I like. So why not mix and match your products if you get more variety and more colors out of it? Like, I'm all for that. It makes perfect sense to me. Now, what you can't see off to the side there, that light purple that I'm doing, that's that metallic watercolor set. It's not like a robust color set. Now, I've seen some metallic watercolors that really do have some, like, they pack a punch behind them. They're really like oomphy, okay? These are not, but I think that the mixture of the darker packing a punch colors and the lighter less so much, I like the way it turns out, is what I'm trying to say to you guys. I like the way it turns out. It's also, there we go. Now, see, I didn't make you guys watch it all. So I pulled it off, and then you can kind of see some of them spilled out a little bit more than I wanted them to. But it's fine, right? Now, my original plan was to use those khaki colored embellishments from Close to My Heart, but I just felt like it was the wrong kind of feeling. I definitely need maybe not something softer, but more of a monochromatic look. Which is something I said the first time I used the stencil. I wanted to use a monochromatic look through this, and I didn't. So maybe I'll use the khaki colored embellishments with a monochromatic look. So this is a picture of me, as I said. It's a selfie that I took when I sent the photo off to my husband. Now, I went ahead and picked out all of my letter fonts so you didn't have to watch me hem and haw and count letters and to make sure that I had enough, and that, because that just took an obscene amount of time. So I am using a bunch of different colors and different fonts that kind of pull from the background. So most of my decoration is going to be the background. Like, there is not a whole heck of a lot of decoration that's going to go on top of this. And that's because the background is so busy. Now, I am using watercolor paper. I don't know if I had mentioned that earlier, but this is watercolor paper. So it is a nice thick paper. I do have to glue all of my letters down with some Nuvo Deluxe. I'm not sure if that makes it onto camera or not, but I do have to do that. I decided to do a little tiny gap in between the letters of trust. I just thought it looked better that way. So it says, "Trust the magic of new beginnings," which is the Pinterest quote that is on my board. And then I'm just going to do a couple lines of journaling down here. And basically, it's not the story, it's just a hint. So I hope that that makes sense. It's not the story, it's just the hint. I don't have the layout in front of me because I'm not in my room. I'm actually sitting at my kitchen counter with a cup of coffee. So it says, "What a difference a new job can make. I don't go to work with dread, and even the internet ladies have noticed my attitude change." I'm reading this off of a tiny little screen. Everyone says I look happier. Just look at my eyes. You'll see it too. So yeah, changing my career was very good for my soul. Let's just say that. And then I was looking for something to add a little bit of something, a little bit of sparkle, and I went to pull out some enamel dots, and I was like, oh, I have these Kaisercraft rhinestones. And I thought I had purple ones too, but I must have already used them all up. So I just used the entire package on this layout. Now, I remember back in the day where I would be like, you used an entire package on one layout? Oh, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Well, you know what? It's my layout, and I do what I want. So it makes me happy. Anyway, that's going to do it for this layout, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for letting me share my excitement with you about just how happy I am now. It's been great, guys. Thanks so much for your support. It means the world to me, and I'll see you guys again real soon for another video.